This is an unpopular opinion, but yes, your emotions determine your money. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people are not aware, they don't know, they've never been told, they've never seen the power of emotions and their money come together. But I'm going to show you in this video, I'm going to share it with you. And I want you to let me know in the comment section, like, when I talk about this, is it like ringing some bells? Is it kind of making sense, right? And also let me know if you have any particular stories. I love hearing you guys' stories. I love you guys telling me, like, this is what happened and this is what I experienced and all of this stuff, because it gives us a way to relate with one another. But let's go ahead and get into this thing on today. It's your favorite Dr. Honey, Dr. Faith Abraham, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're talking about how emotions 100%, 1,000% affect your money. And here is the thing. I feel like because emotions is such a taboo, your feelings, your emotions, crying, like all of these things are like this taboo conversation, this taboo topic that we're not supposed to discuss or talk about. The subject of emotional intelligence is something that is not even discussed in today's curriculum in schools, yet it is evident. I mean, beyond evident, especially when you scroll on social media, you see how necessary it is for emotional intelligence. And you see how people are easily triggered and they take other people's lives because of emotions. And we see how relationships don't last, or they're very toxic, all kinds of stuff, just because of emotions. And we take away the power of emotions from who we are and what makes us human beings, what makes us the greatest species to ever walk the planet. Part of it comes from, yes, our brain and our cognitive ability to make plans or to plan for the future, which other mammals are not able to do as heavily and in depth as we are. And also to our simplicity and complexity of emotions. And I'll just say this little caveat here. If you want to learn more about emotions and how they're formed and what happens in the brain as we are having our different experiences, I encourage you to watch the movie Inside Out. One of my top fave movies from Pixar of all time. It just did a very, very great job of showing how when we're younger, we have these simple emotions. We're angry, we're disgusted, we're happy, we're sad, just very simple. But as we get older and we start having these different experiences and our emotional capacity grows, we can be joyous and sad at the same time. So you have this complexity of emotion that a lot of people have yet to understand how it works in their lives, and then of course how it shows up in their money. So when we're talking about abundance, we're talking about overflow, we're talking about making it past a recession, it's difficult because it brings up so many emotions within people that usually don't recognize that their emotions are now involved. And then we make emotional based decisions thinking it's logical decisions. No, what usually happens, studies show that, number one, the most successful people in the world are people who have very high emotional intelligence, EQ, not IQ, EQ are the most successful people in the world. Number two, when your emotions, and you realize that most decisions that we make are emotions based, but we process it and give it a logical thought process, then we are now able to say, okay, what emotions are triggering me, what is being facilitated in my body. I have another video where I talk about an emotional cocktail. This is the cocktail that we're used to emotionally. There's some people, sadness is their usual, happiness is their usual, anger is their usual. And anger is a great emotion to have. It's just one of those emotions that if you don't know how to use it well, it can destroy you. If you do know how to use it well, it can absolutely make you millions. And how that shows up when it comes to money is, what is the emotional cocktail that you experience when money is being discussed, when you have displays of money in front of you, when you have opportunities to generate and make money? What did you learn when you were a kid that has created the belief systems and the value systems that you have, the structures within yourself when it comes to money? These are the type of questions that you want to really ask yourself and assess, so that way you can understand why you have a tolerance for a lot of debt, or you have a lot of tolerance for struggling, or not having a lot of money, or having a lot of money, having surplus of money, or never running out of money. Your tolerance is going to determine how much money actually comes into your life and stays. Most people who work a regular job, by the time they're 40, 45, they've had over $1 million come through their hands. Now, I know I do have international people that watch me, so this may not be the stat that applies to you, but in the United States, most people have touched or had $1 million come through their hand. How much has stayed in their life is determined by how they are able to regulate their emotions. One of the number one self-soothing actions that people take is impulsive spending. This is how they soothe themselves. This is how they're able to calm down. This is how they're able to work through their nervousness. This is how they're able to work through overwhelm. They buy things quickly. It's not discussed, but it's true, which then affects your money. When it comes to making money in your business, in your career, asking for more, feeling like you are worthy of large sums, large amounts of money, consistent flows of money, miracles and blessings of money. Your internal thermostat is going to determine how much can actually come to you. Because if you're comfortable with making, less than $3,000 a month, that's what you're going to make. If you're comfortable making $50,000 a month, that's what you're going to make. How do you do that? You do that by creating an emotional cocktail within your system that deems the amount that you want to make and you want your thermostat to be at as the norm. When a thermostat is going, let's say you have it at 64 and you open the door and it's 86 outside, so that hot air comes flowing in, and Georgia is hot. So that heat, you can tell someone opened the door, like, who opened the door? It's smoking hot in here. That hot air comes in, but as soon as you close the door, thermostat is going to bring the atmosphere and regulate it back to 64, because that's where it's set at. And you have a money thermometer that is set at a certain amount of money. So if it's not the amount that you want, that you feel like you deserve, then it's time to do some work, do the inner work to recalibrate your thermostat. And you do that by creating an emotional cocktail. Think about what it would be like to earn that number or that amount of money. What does that look like? What does that feel like? How does that show up in your life? How does it come? What do you do when it comes? What do you do when you see that type of income and money in your account? See it and feel it before it happens. And that's how you begin to calibrate your thermostat. And you'll start to see opportunities come to you. You'll start to see people refer people to you or talk about you, mention your names in rooms that you haven't even set foot in. When you ask God for a blessing, not only do you get the blessing, but it adds no sorrow. It doesn't leave your life quickly because your thermostat is not trying to adjust back down. You've already created an emotional cocktail within you that is comfortable, that says, oh, this is normal. This always happens. This is just the way things go for us. That's how money and your emotions tie in together. If you have a lot of negative emotions when it comes to money, then money is going to flee from you. It's not going to be subject to your authority, dominion, and power. But if you have a lot of positive emotions and you understand the flow and the currency of money, then you'll be able to cause money to work for you instead of you working for it. This is just the stuff that I talk about and I cover in some of my courses like Freedom and Funds. It helps you to get that freedom that you need to break those limiting beliefs and reprogram your mind so that the funds can easily flow to you. And then I also show you how to be able to generate funds in your life by, different entrepreneurial endeavors that are very simple and cost less than $500 to get started. So that's why I created that course. And it's also the reason why I have a free course for you. You can find it in the description box or in the comment section. And it's Reprogram Your Mind, Reprogram Your Life. I'm really big on these things because we really have all that we need to be everything we were meant to be, that we can make our way prosperous and we can have good success as it states in Joshua 1:8. So let me know in the comment section, what is your emotional cocktail when it comes to money? Do you feel bad about it? Do you feel like money is a good thing, a bad thing, it's evil, or is it the love of money that's evil? What is your emotional cocktail towards it? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And I will load up a video just for you that's right along this thing to really help you get the message. And I'll look forward to seeing you in that video.